Hello, it's Jay checking in with chapter 11 to chapter 14 of The Bear and the Nightingale, number one in the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. Yes, 2017 fantasy, kind of Russian folktale myth um, trilogy. It definitely feels like a trilogy in its pacing, I have to say. So far we've kind of feel like we're in these chapter 11 that we've finally gotten to what seems like maybe is going to be the protagonist against Velima, the young wild girl who seems to be at the center, at least, of this novel. A Father Constantine, a very young, good-looking priest, has come to this community out of, I think it's Moscow, where he's been painting iconography and kind of being kind of a little bit of a rock star with like people hanging off of him. And he's had to go to this countryside. A father saying like, we should kind of try and knock some of this, a little bit of this out of him. So they've sent him here, where he is Christianizing the community. And it's interesting. The book is definitely taking the point of view of these are people who are happy dealing with kind of the spirits of the forest, the spirit of the lake, stuff like that. Doing little tributes. How the horses are doing. Well, if you're giving little offerings to the kind of the spirit there, it'll do okay. And he puts the fear of God into the people of this village, and they've stopped doing the tributes. And it's so the spirits are unhappy, possibly going away, destroying them. And so there seems to be a bit of a conflict that way. He has definitely got his hooks in because her stepmother, this young woman who his father has been remarried to by kind of the prince, sees demons and very much is like against the devil and all that worship stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that way. Belima is definitely growing. She's gangly, but she's going to be obviously a stunner. Is somebody who is on the side of kind of the spirits and stuff like that against repressive religion, on that side, which is not negative. It just feels a little audience pandering. You know, for the time period, it's funny. I'm reading out loud the Scarlet Letter at the moment, and it is very much on there's the godliness, and then there's Satan and the witches who ride with him through the night, and the black man. And they're going to be burned in a couple of years, Mistress Hibbins in the Scarlet Letter, and it's like, oh, that's not shown as a bad thing. Whereas this is very much contemporary viewpoint of strong, independent women. A dude, vain priest guy who is like repressive and is afraid, but doesn't know what he's actually afraid of, and is full of passions and anger and fear. But he isn't really aware of it himself. He's just roiling. He's the one who's out of control, and Velima is definitely the one who's in touch with things. It's okay. It's one of these books that I kind of put down for a couple of days, and I've finally kind of come back to listening to it again. And it's enjoyable. It definitely is taking forever to unspool. I guess I'll get to the end of this part and decide whether the lengthy journey is worth it. We'll see. But yeah, that's where I am so far on The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. All right. I've been Jay. More videos later.